Hello. All right, so in this video we're going to be working on a mid 2012 MacBook Pro 13-inch that came in for no power, no green light, no fan, no chime, nothing. Computer is totally dead. I already took the board out, and when we plug the charger in, we do not see a green light. So there's no green light on the charger, and the green light is needed for the board to turn on. So right now, when the cable is plugged in, we do not have a green light, and amps being drawn by the power supply is 0.1 amps. That's not enough to turn the board on. So we have to troubleshoot to see why we do not have a green light on the charger. I have done several videos where we show how to troubleshoot for a green light. So we're gonna follow the same steps to see if we have a similar issue or if we have a different issue. So let's go ahead and troubleshoot this board to see what is causing a no green light. I do not see any signs of liquid damage. I did ask the customer and he said no liquid damage, but we still have to inspect it because 50% of customers will not tell you the truth, and they'll just say there's no liquid spill. Okay, so I do not see anything obvious here. So no signs of liquid spill. The board is a bit dirty, but nothing major. So let's go ahead and look at the DC circuit to troubleshoot for a no green light. So that's our MagSafe DC power jack. Our charger is plugged in here at this point. It goes through a fuse F6905. We need to get SMC BC AC OK, and we need to have the 3.42 volts on this chip in order to pass in a signal that will power on U6900. Once U6900 is powered on, it will communicate with the system management controller chip known by SMC and will output a light on the charger. So if there's anything wrong here with this circuit, we're not going to get a green light. If there's anything wrong with the chip that sends SMC BC AC OK, then we're not going to get a green light. So what we have to do is we have to see if we have a voltage here. If we do not, then we need to see, is it a problem from here or is it a problem from here? If it's a problem from here, then we need to go down to U7000 and see if we have charger AC OK. If we do not, then we need to troubleshoot to see why. Let's start to see if we have any voltage here. Instead of testing, do I have voltage here? 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 No. You know, to bypass all that testing, we're just going to test one point, which is here. If we are not getting any voltage here, then we need to go back to see, do we have 3.42 volts here? Or do we have SMC BC AC OK? We need both of them in order for this chip to pass a voltage at this point here. So let's go ahead and test pin 4 of U6901. Okay, so where is that chip located? It's next to the SMC chip on the bottom. And pin 4 is giving us 0 volts. So we do not have voltage on pin 4. Right now what we have to do, we have to see if we have voltage on pin 5. We need 3.42 volts on pin 5 in order for this chip to work and pass SMC BC AC OK. This is an AND gate, so pin 1 and pin 2 must be present in order for the signal to go in. Since pin 2 and 1 are connected to one line, then we just need SMC BC AC OK for the AND gate to work and pass that signal in. But without 3.42 volts powering the chip is not going to work. It will be off and it will not be able to pass in this signal here. So right now, since we do not have voltage on pin 4, I want to go ahead and test to see if we have a voltage on pin 1, which is SMC BC AC OK, or if we have a voltage on pin 5, which is the power needed in order to turn that chip on. So let's test pin 5 and pin 1. Pin 5 is on the bottom right, and we are getting 3.48 volts. That's very good. Well, maybe I can do this so you can see the meter. So pin 5 of the chip is giving us 3.48 volts, which is good. Pin 4 is giving us 0 volts. Let's test pin 1, which is SMC BC AC OK, and that is giving us 0 volts. So we do not have SMC BC AC OK. So SMCBC ACOK is coming from U7000, which is down here. That's U7000. And this is the chip that is responsible for making the 12-volt rail on the system. So charger ACOK is right here. So let's test pin 14 of that chip, U7000. Zero. Okay, so the chip is not outputting ACOK. Our next step is to see why the chip is not outputting charger ACOK. Our DC charger will power this chip. This is DC in. Let's see if we are getting voltage on pin 2. We are getting 15 volts, so the chip is being powered on. The other voltages I want to test, VDD and VDDP. The chip has an internal power supply that will generate VDD and VDDP, which is 5.1 volts. So it will convert the 16 volts to 5.1 volts. So let's see if we have voltage on pin 19 and pin 20. So we are getting, testing pin 19 right here. It's given us 0.6 volts. That's absolutely wrong because it should be 5.1 volts and not 0.6. What about VDDP? 0 volts. It should be 5.1 and not 0. So what does this tell us? These two voltages are made from the IC itself. So the chip will take PP charger DC in, which is about 16 volts, and it will internally generate 5.1 volts to pin 19 and 20. We have 0.6 volts on pin 19 and we have 0 volts on pin 20. So that tells me that there's something wrong with the chip itself because the chip is not able to generate and make those voltages. And since the chip has an internal problem, that is the reason why we are not getting charger ACOK on pin 14. So right now it's obvious that the problem is the chip. So let's go ahead and change the chip and see if that will solve our problem. So that's the brand new chip. So let's go ahead and remove the old one. Okay, the board is cold, so I'm just gonna preheat the surrounding of the chip a bit. Okay. Oh, I'm at 300 degrees. I should be at 470. 300 degrees will not remove that chip. Let's go ahead and clean the pads. Be right there. Right, and now I can raise the hot air since the chip is connected. Add some more flux and the chip should settle in place. This is not a BGA chip, but the same technique goes for soldering that chip in. Alright, and that chip is in place. Now all I have to do is I'm gonna press it down a bit so we can get all the excess solder out of the middle. Let's use a big tweezer. And that's it, we're all good. One moment.
Hey, I just sent a iPad Pro 10.5 inch to you guys. And I was wondering, you know, if I could get like a quick estimate on what I need to, how much money I need to prepare for you guys.
Sure.
Okay, you're the guys from the YouTube.
Sure, of course.
That's why I trust you guys, because I saw you made those YouTube videos. I was like, yeah, this man, I'm going to send my iPad to this man. You know, forget Apple.
Just doing a quick cleanup and we should be all good. All right, so let's go ahead and test. Plug the charger in. Do we have a green light? And yes, we do have a green light. So this is the green light. And this is the fan spinning. And that's how you troubleshoot and fix no power or no green light on a MacBook Pro. The same applies to MacBook Air. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already done so. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and I will see you in the next video.